Shalom, friends, and thank you for being with me once again this Tuesday afternoon. We're about to embark on a new Jewish month. Actually, it's the first of 2 months that are named Adar. That's because this year is a Jewish leap year. And instead of adding a single day, as we will do this at the end of this month, the secular calendar, because this is a leap year on the secular calendar as well, instead of adding a single day, we add an entire month, and so we have 2 months that are called Adar. The Talmud tells us, be happy, it's Adar. We're about to celebrate, in the second Adar, we're about to celebrate Purim, which is our holiday of happiness. But I have a favorite teaching about happiness, and it comes from Maimonides' work called the Mishneh Torah. And he writes there, Hasimcha sheyismach adam ba'asid hamitzvah uva'ahavat ha'el shetziva bahem avodah gedolah hi. There's a joy that a person derives from doing a good deed, from loving God. That joy, anyone who does a good deed is itself realizing that good deed is a supreme form of divine worship. That's right. Doing a good deed is one of the ways we pray. Abraham Joshua Heschel, following the March on Selma, proclaimed that he was praying with his feet, by marching, of course. I think he knew that he was doing a good deed. He was doing a mitzvah. And because he was doing a mitzvah, then he was, in fact, experiencing great joy. When we do good deeds, we experience great joy. And in this same teaching by Maimonides, he says, if you refrain from experiencing this kind of joy, well, you deserve all the sadness that you get. And if you are arrogant about doing a good deed, that is, if you do a good deed and then brag about it and insist on self-glory, says Maimonides, you are both a sinner and a fool. Indeed, he goes on to say, for the person who does a good deed, they should humble themselves on such an occasion. For they're serving God out of love, they're serving humanity out of love. And then, in doing these good deeds, in doing deeds of loving kindness, they experience great joy. All of us have met people for whom sadness overtakes their life. They have little joy in their life. And sometimes they can't even escape their own sadness. But here Maimonides is pointing us to a great universal truth, that when we do things for others, voluntarily helping someone else, however it is, a small act, whatever it may be, when we do for others, our own sadness dissipates, and we begin to feel great joy, great happiness. Today, I happened to meet someone who said that he volunteers at a farmer's market where there's a little train ride for the children, and he drives the train. And I thought to myself, what a wonderful way of walking away and feeling great joy. The children get a delightful ride. And the driver gets to experience the joy of doing something good for these children. Every once in a while, I'll meet one of the volunteers in our school who come to read stories to our children. I'm not sure who gets more enjoyment from reading books to children, the volunteers or the children who get to sit in a circle and listen to the reader share these great children's books with them. So, it's Adar. It's the Jewish month of joy. So let's take it upon ourselves, not just to be joyous for no reason, but to be joyous because we have helped someone who needed our help. The Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shmei Rabbam. V'yalma divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael. B'agalav v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yeh shmei Rabbam v'varach l'olam li'omei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitboar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yidadar v'yidaleh v'yidalal shemei d'kudisha barichu. L'yela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiran b'yalma v'imru amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who